A group of disabled activists say they have more complaints against the STM. They say Montreal's transit system discriminates against people with disabilities. Some have already filed complaints with the Quebec Human Rights Commission, and as Maya Johnson reports now, others are preparing to do the same.
Nicolas Messier gave up on public transit long ago.
Personally, I was lucky enough to have enough money to buy me a car because at first I used to take the adapted transport and it was hell.
Many Montrealers with disabilities share the same frustrations. Buses, metros, and the STM's paratransit service either inaccessible or simply unreliable.
Montreal is far behind in terms of access to public transit.
Laurence Parent believes in strength in numbers. That's why she's rallying other disabled Montrealers, hoping together they'll get their message across about the city's metro system.
We have only 7 stations that are accessible right now out of 68. In Toronto, they have 30 stations out of 69 that are accessible, and they plan to make the entire network accessible by 2025.
Supporters argue access to transit is a basic right.
The Charter protects mobility rights, so people's ability to go from one place to another.
That's why about a dozen people have already filed complaints with the Quebec Human Rights Commission, each seeking $20,000 in damages. Others are being encouraged to do the same.
We, as a country, as a city, as a society, we have obligation under the law, both domestic and international, to ensure that we make all the reasonable accommodation necessary to ensure full access.
Because complaints are now before the Human Rights Commission, the STM says it won't comment. But in the past, the city has argued it's too expensive to invest in adding elevators to every metro station, about $15 million per station. This group says you can't put a price on their dignity, and that includes the ability to travel freely.
I'm a really active person. I got a social life. I got some place to be, people to meet.
Just like any other person. Maya Johnson, CTV News.